Witches, welcome back to the channel. Once again, this is Hectarius, Witch of the Realms. For this video, we're going to go ahead and do our reading for the full moon and heading into Mercury Retrograde, September 10th through October 3rd. So this full moon is the harvest moon, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, coming to the end of summer into the beginning of fall. So it's the last full moon of the summer, basically, heading into the autumn fall season. The psychic messages I received for this full moon concerned getting finances in order. I got messages about finding wealth in unexpected places or in places that you have been overlooking. I saw a vision of going through like a garage or storage, things like that. Could even be going through your own closet. There was this vision and this message of going through things that you haven't looked at in a long time or that you've had put away for a long time and finding wealth there, some sort of wealth, whether that would be emotional, material, monetary, sentimental, whatever the different ways that wealth manifests for us in our lives. I saw the vision that you need to go through your closet, your storage, your garage, your attic, your basement, wherever there's a bunch of stuff you have not looked through in a long time or just have ignored or overlooked. Go through these different things and you will find some sort of wealth for your spirit or for your body, for your physicality. So it could be emotional, spiritual, or monetary wealth. Okay, so some of the messages that came along with that, I was seeing revisit past hobbies and projects and endeavors that you haven't been involved with in a long time. Maybe this is something that you put down for whatever reasons. This is time to revisit those things and bring them back. I saw the message to rekindle inspirations. I saw the messages new beginnings in wealth and in money making. So once again, this could be something, a past hobby, a past project, a past endeavor that you were involved with that maybe was something that you did on the side to make money. This is the time to rekindle that energy. There's great creativity, new ideas, and inspiration abound with this full moon's energy and heading into this Mercury retrograde as well. Some of the messages I got for the Mercury retrograde in particular, I was seeing blockages in communication. So this could manifest as your phone service going out, your internet going down, something going on with your vehicle, your transportation, plans being canceled with friends or family, just blockages in communication and connection with other people in general, and the many different ways that that can manifest. I also saw things like just people's electricity will be going out in general, overall, as well. What I feel is happening with this is this Mercury retrograde is trying to get rid of distractions. This Mercury retrograde, which starts on the full moon, which is empowered by this full moon. So it's a stronger Mercury retrograde than normal. It's starting off with this boost of energy from the full moon, from the harvest moon, from the last full moon of summer heading into the fall and winter season. Okay, so it has this powerful burst of energy to do with transition, to do with change, to do with harvest, taking stock, and planning for the fall and the winter, right? So Mercury retrograde brings the energy of introspection and looking within and revisiting things from the past and tying up loose ends from the past. So there's that energy too, and the resurrection of things that we set down for whatever reason and bringing new inspiration to those things, to those projects, to those hobbies, to those endeavors, whatever they are. So it's this renewal of energy and life and vitality into these things from the past. And this Mercury retrograde in particular is trying to take away any distractions that will keep us from doing that. So that's why I'm saying in the most extreme circumstances, I could see this Mercury retrograde cutting off your electricity, shutting down your internet, you know, making your TV not work, making your apps not work, things like that, because it wants you to stop with all the distraction. It wants you to be focused on yourself, focused within, and focused on doing what you need to do at this time, which is going through these things, revisiting these things, and seeing what kind of new energy and new life you can bring out of those things. And as far as one of the main messages being get your finances in order, I feel like this is also about, you know, the harvest moon coming to the end of summer, heading and preparing for the fall and the winter as well. So there's also that harvesting energy in the sense of, you know, like the ancients used to do, getting ready for the winter to come, right? So there's that energy too, getting your finances in order and finding this new source of inspiration, finding this new source of income as well, maybe with these things that you're revisiting from the past. So with that said, we'll go ahead and look at the astrology. So we have the full moon on September 10th. You can see that it's happening in the constellation Aquarius. Aquarius is that energy, new thinking, entrepreneurship, thinking outside the box, thinking of new ways to do things, looking at what you have and finding ways to make something with it, okay? So this fits very well with the energy that I've been feeling. And as far as Mercury's retrograde takes place in the constellation Virgo. By October 3rd, Mercury pretty much almost exits Virgo, but doesn't. So it stays within Virgo the entire time while it's retrograding. September 10th, Mercury's about midway through Virgo. October 3rd, it goes back almost to her head, and then it will continue back in its forward motion again after that. And Virgo is the sign of analytical energy, organization energy, the home life in that sense. There's also a monetary energy with that too, material energy with Virgo. So yeah, pretty much the energies with what's going on with the planets and the astrology matches with the psychic energy that I've been feeling. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into our cards. We're going to use the Lamina Tarot by Inner Hue and the Starseed Oracle as well. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hecate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon and Mercury retrograde. Is there anything else that we need to know or do or be aware of at this time for our highest good, greatest success and joy? Please give us your divine guidance now. Thank you, and so mote it be. So the Queen of Cups is the first card that we have. Now the Queen of Cups brings an energy of love, empathy, compassion, sentiment even. The Queen of Cups represents a sort of a divine marriage energy as well. The coming together of spirit and matter, the union through compassion of opposites. So with the Queen of Cups, we have the divine feminine in her element. This is an energy of love and compassion and mercy almost, in the sense of the reconciliation and the bringing together of opposites through that compassionate, loving energy. It really is the card of the empath and empathic energy. The Queen of Cups brings healing as well in that regard, and sort of shows us the path to healing and to reconciliation. So this could be healing on the physical level, on the spiritual level, emotional, in relationships as well. With the energies of, you know, what I was feeling psychically at the beginning of this could also be an internal process, healing with the self, reconciliation of things within yourself that you've been working on or working towards. With the resurrection of things from the past, like I was saying, this could also be reconciliation in the sense of finding new ways to bring that energy back into your life. So there could be a lot of healing and therapeutic energy in this process as well. The next card is the Eight of Cups. This card is a pathway to growth, a pathway to healing, once again. The Eight of Cups is almost the pathway out of a dark time, out of a dark period. It doesn't have to be a dark period per se. It could just be a period of maybe feeling lost or feeling disconnected or feeling uncertain. Because with the Eight of Cups, there's this message of you've been doing something that's not good for you. You've been doing something that's not your right path. You've been allowing something to fester for too long in your life. That's not in alignment with your highest good. That's not in alignment with what your soul truly feels is right for you. And you know this in your soul. There's just something that you cannot ignore, you cannot deny. There's something in your life that you feel is wrong. Whether if it's something that you're doing, some relationship that you're involved with, or anything else in your life at this time, there's something that feels off to you and something that feels wrong to you. And so with the Eight of Cups, the energy is telling us that there is now a pathway out of this energy, a pathway to something better, to something new, to something that is in alignment with your soul. And with the Eight of Cups, you have to walk that path, this new path. So you're walking away from something that's not right and towards something that is. So there's an energy of letting go, moving on, moving past, and heading towards something better, heading towards something that's truly in alignment with your soul. And that feels right and good. And the perfect card to come after this, what we're heading towards, the Star. So we have the Aquarius energy, right? Full moon in Aquarius. And we have the Star. This is what we're heading towards. This is the guiding light, the North Star, the guiding star, the voice of your soul that's calling you in this direction, the voice of the divine feminine, of the goddess, right? With the Queen of Cups. The goddess speaks through our own love, through our own compassion, through our own intuition and spiritual aspirations and inspirations. The goddess speaks through all of that energy, that divine feminine energy. That's also the Star. The Star is the guiding light. The way forward is being shown to us at this time, the way down this path, out of whatever murkiness we've been in, towards this Star. So the Star is an energy of hope. It's an energy of new beginnings. It's an energy of divine guidance coming in. It's an energy of silver linings and finding out that all things work towards your good in some way, shape, or form or capacity. I know that's a controversial message, but it's the truth in many ways. Being in this murky energy, whatever this Eight of Cups was that we're walking away from, dealing with those murky times helps us to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Helps us to see the Star and realize that we need to focus on it. So the darkest things, the most murky time periods, they all lead to growth in some way for our soul, for our spirit. With the Star, I always feel an energy of like a fairy godmother, or the blue fairy from Pinocchio, right? The one that's showing us something about ourselves that we didn't realize or that we didn't see before. Showing us that we can become something more, or that we can become what we truly feel within our soul that we should be. So that's what the Star represents in many ways. The pathway forward, the pathway to growth. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do an oracle card from the Starseed Oracle and see if we can get any further insight. Now I align myself with the star seeds, the fairies, and all you beings of light in the universe. Please come forward now and communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon and heading into this Mercury retrograde. Is there anything else that we need to know or do or be aware of at this time for our highest good, greatest success and joy? Please give us your divine guidance now. Thank you, and so mote it be. What a perfect card. So we have the card Lost Lands. It says soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So I think that really fits with the reading, right? We have this energy of revisiting the past, bringing back things from the past and doing them again, or finding new ways to do them, incorporating them into our life once again. You've done this before. Soul memories and gifts. So that's what I'm really feeling with this. And also with the soul memories and gifts, that also fits with the energy of the star, the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, right? This reminding us of who we truly are and who we can become. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and read the meaning from the book. Let me find Lost Land. Oh, you guys, I opened right to the page automatically. I love when that happens. Lost Lands. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today, in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Starseed activation. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. So that's a lovely additional message for this reading. This revisiting of things from the past, recalling things from the past with Mercury retrograde, right? And giving new life to that energy, bringing it into manifestation now. So with that said, that's going to be all for this reading. I hope that you have a lovely full moon and Mercury retrograde, and dig deep into whatever this energy is and allow it to take you down this new pathway to the star. If you would like to get in touch with me for a private reading or spell work services, you can contact me through the methods below in the description box. And if you would like to join my Patreon and have access to all of my advanced witchcraft lessons and courses videos, the link for that is also in the description box down below. Please make sure to like and leave me a comment if this reading helped you. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I will see you guys in the next videos. As always, until next time, Hail Hecate, hail to the witches, hail to the fairies, and blessed be.